Hi friend, today I showed you the how to make the start block of the Cummins engine, or what is the inside the block of the for the start block. I have also showed you the all the system of the engine, so what will be fitted in the start block, making the start block of the engine. First we have clean the cylinder block and fitted the dowel ring in the on the cylinder block. After that fitted the one side main bearing, and then we have cleaned the all the oil gallery of the crankshaft, because due to the at the time of grinding some metal particle may be entering inside the oil gallery, so we have cleaned all the oil gallery in the of the crankshaft. Then after cleaning the crankshaft, we have fitted the cylinder head on the cylinder block. This is the process for cleaning of the crankshaft, and this video will be some making the some first position. And first we are putting the lube oil in the gallery of the lube oil, and spread the oil on the main bearing of the crankshaft. After that we are putting the crankshaft on the cylinder block where already fitted the main bearing. And after the cleaning all side of the crankshaft, then we are putting the main bearing of the lower cap. First we have fitted the main bearing and lock all the bearing by the screwdriver as per this system. First we have put the lower bearing of the crankshaft, then we have lock the bearing by the screwdriver as per this process. This is very important for the locking of the main bearing. If it will be not locked, then at the time of running main bearing may be rotating or seize the crank along with the main bearing. And after tighten all the main bearing locking, after the locking, then we have put the lower cap of the main bearing. A lower cap position of the numbering is the one side which will be punched on the cylinder block, as well as cap of the crankshaft. This is the system, because at the time of line bore of the cylinder block, then it will be punching at one side where the numbering already punched on the cylinder block. This is the process. And after that we have fitted the thrust washer. When the thrust washer is not entering, then we have moved the crankshaft left or right, then we have fixed the thrust washer. And in the cap we have first put the thrust washer on the cap along with the some greases, so thrust washer not away from its original position. Then we have fitted the lower cap of the first number along with the thrust washer, and after that all the lower cap screw will be tightened one by one as per the systematic. First we have tightened in the middle lower cap. After the first and last we have tightened. Then other rest main bearing cap screw will be tightened as per the system. After tighten all the cap screw of the lower cap, then we have given the torque as per the specific limit of the engine. Then we have tightened all the lower cap screw as per the systematic system. How to the process of the tighten all the cap screw. And after the tighten the cap screw, we have rechecked all the cap screw by the torque wrench. And as per the company norms, all the cap screw also having the one specific limit for tighten the cap screw. This is the process for tighten all the cap screw of the lower bearing of crankshaft. This is tighten one by one, and then we have recheck all the cap screw of the crankshaft which has been fitted on the cylinder block. This is the process for tightening the cap screw of the cylinder crankshaft of the lower cap of the crankshaft. This is the recheck of all the lower cap screw, and after that it will be rotating, and sometime bearing and thrust washer has been new, so it will be slightly tightened. Then we have some slightly hammering on the all the lower cap, so it will be free. And after hammering this one, we have rotated the crankshaft for checking for this one, then it will be free or not. And after the tightening, it will be rotated like this one for only free. And then we have fitted the camshaft in the cylinder block, where cam bushers is already fitted in the cylinder block. And after cleaning all the teeth of the camshaft gear, then we have matching the mark of the crankshaft as well as camshaft. This is the process for gear timing as per the system. And when the matching is not like this one, then we have rotated the crankshaft and taking the marking of the crankshaft as well as camshaft. This is the process for matching the both gear teeth on each other. And after that, this is the other marking for the fitment of the accessory drive, because accessory drive also having the mark, so we have matched the marks along with the camshaft as well as accessory drive gear marking. This is the process for matching the same one, so it will be matching each other on every gear. And after that, tighten all the mounting cap screw of the accessory drive. Then we are putting the counterbalancer of the this is the rear cover plate. First we are putting the rear cover plate along with the gasket, and this is the main function for matching the surface of the cylinder block as well as RC plate. This is matching is the very important function. If this is not matched at the time of fitment of the oil sump, then some lube oil will be leakage from that position. And after tightening the RC plate, we have cut the excess gasket of the RC plate for clearing, and then we have fitted the rear seal on the rear cover plate. This is the process, and the rear seal fitted along with the system, and tighten all side of the, and some mallet hammering on the rear seal for fixing at the actual position on the rear cover plate. This is the process for fitment of the rear cover plate, or somebody says to the rear seal, which has been fitted on the RC plate. This is the process for fitment of the RC plate. After that, this is the counterbalancer. Counterbalancer also already having the matching from each other. This position is matching the B point for both sides, and other side is also having a marking on this gear, and A marking will be matching with the crankshaft marking, this like this one. And we are matching the one side gear to the crankshaft, and other will be counterbalancer system. This is the process for matching the counterbalancer. And after the other portion of the counterbalancer will be fitted along with the some knurling shaft like this one, and after fitment of this one, counterbalancer already having the gear, and it is also matching the teeth of this gear. And after matching this one, we have tightened all the mounting bolt along with the locking plate of the counterbalancer. This is the process for when the engine will be running. Then if the cap screw may not be loosened at the time of running, if cap screw, then counterbalancer may be damaged, and it will be happening the crankshaft already will be some problem with this one. This is the mounting of the counterbalancer cap screw fitted, and this is the after this one we have fitted the gear case cover. Some two dowels are already fitted on the cylinder block. After that we have fitted the gear case cover, and then we have fitted the front oil seal on the gear case cover. After fitment of the gear case cover, and main oil seal, then we have fitted the damper flange on the crankshaft. This is very important for this one. When the damper flange will be fitted, then the front oil seal will be upper side of the flange. Then at the time of running, no any lube oil will be leakage from front oil seal. And this is the process for tightening the front flange of the damper. And after that we have fitted the accessory drive pulley. Accessory drive shaft already also having the some dowel as well as key. Then we have fitted this one by the some hammering, and this work will be carried out on the field, so maximum tools are not available with us. So after we are pressing the accessory drive pulley, then we have tightened with the lock nut of the same one. This is the process for, and after locking this one, then we have fitted the vibration damper on the flange pulley, and vibration damper already also having the viscous fluid inside the vibration damper. At the time of running the engine, some vibration will be absorbed by the vibration damper. This is the function for the vibration damper, and it will be tightened one by one cap screw on this side. After tightening this one, then we have fitted all the system as for the short block of the engine. This is very important for the, and after tightening the vibration damper, then we have fitted the cylinder liner in the cylinder block, and after fitment the cylinder liner along with the o-ring, then we have hammering by the wooden block for fitment the cylinder liner at the actual position on the cylinder block. This is the process for the fitment of cylinder liner into the cylinder block. And then we have fitted the piston assembly along with piston ring, and first we have adjusted all the piston ring as per the norms where is the actual position. Then we have fitted the piston assembly, and after fitment of the piston assembly, first we have entered the piston assembly, and all the ring will be tightened by the piston ring compressor for entering all the piston ring in the piston groove. And after fitment of the piston assembly in the cylinder liner, then we have tightened the cap of the connecting rod on this one, and this is the process for the short block of the engine. And it means in the short block engine, only for fitment of the cylinder up to the cylinder liner as well as piston assembly will be fitted. It means short block will be completed. This is the process for the fitment of the lower cap of the main bearing. And after fitment of the all the lower cap of the connecting rod, then we have tightened the oil sump, and some body is set to the oil chamber. This is the last process for the short block of the engine. So it means short block of the engine already has been completed on the field, because some customer is want to the short block of the engine. So this is the complete process for maintaining the making the short block of the engine. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share to your